Sup, bros? Sup, bros? Welcome to the movie Ghetto. With you as always, Robbie Lopez, Crude Comics and Cinema. My guest tonight via the split screen, Cinedump's own Jesse Hobson. What's up, Jesse?
Chapter 2. How... Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
What's up, Jesse?
My name's Jesse Hobson. And you've just tuned in to the movie Ghetto.
What up, Jesse?
Movie Ghetto, movie Ghetto, movie Ghetto, movie Ghetto. It's the movie Ghetto.
Doing a very special episode. I mean, if you haven't noticed, all our episodes are super special. That's why we say it's a special episode every episode. Episode. Special. It's a little bit special. Tonight's episode of Cinedump McGangbang Movie Ghetto mashup duo Jesse Hobson, Robbie Lopez. Tonight's special episode is about a featured actor, an actor we like to feature, Mikael Mattsson. Not Mikael Mattsson that you're thinking about from Kill Bill and all that shit. Mikael Mattsson. Okay, look at the spelling. Spelling difference, very important. You see it on the bottom of your screen? Different. Two different guys. Mikael Mattsson is from Sweden, and he lives in LA now. Very, 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 very good actor. He's also a stand-up comedian. Check out his IMDb. This guy's been in a ton of films. Hardworking actor. He's in all kinds of stuff. You don't even know it. And then you'll start picking him out now that I showed you his face.
I'm a big, huge, fucking, Mortal Kombat 2 Katana. She throws the fans. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm that one movie with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes. The Fan.
Oh, you're pretty loose now, aren't you?
He's in tons of stuff, and you don't even realize it, but you're going to start knowing it now because I just showed you his face, and you're going to be like, "Oh shit, that's that guy. That's him. That's him."
Now that you mention that, I was always curious on how to actually say his name. So I'm glad you said it, leading into this episode, so that way at least I knew that I was reading it correctly in my mind. So there is that. Yeah, he's in a lot of shit, and he's fucking good. And like we'll probably mention today, in most cases, he has a little bit of that Bill LaBerce Jr. vibe. He steals the show. And a lot of times, even if there is no show, or if the movie is really going nowhere, Michael kind of lifts it, a couple stars or a couple points, just because his character is usually much more interesting than anything else going on in the feature.
First film I've ever seen Mikael Mattsson in is called Scariest Night of Your Life. Are you familiar with this film, Jesse?
Welcome to our 4th annual Halloween Haunted Adventure.
Oh, don't do that to me!
I told you this was going to be the scariest night of your
I
life.
hate you, God!
And that's why we're here this year. We actually want to get scared.
As long as it's like a good scare.
Oh!
Come here. Oh my
Do not, under any circumstances, touch the actors inside the haunt. I cannot stress this enough.
What if they're not really actors? What if they really are psychos and murderers?
Kind of felt like Haunt. Like if Haunt didn't have as big of a budget, this is kind of like a poor man's version of Haunt. Yeah, Sprinkles the Clown, Michael, he's the best thing about this movie. And I feel like he's the only one that kind of gave it his all. I felt like a lot of the actors were phoning it in. I really wish that this could have been better. I really wish that we would have got more Michael, because I think that would have helped the movie. I think it would have helped the movie ultimately. Like a lot of the movie felt like filler, and then a lot of what was happening just didn't really matter, or wasn't interesting.
Right, so it's about a group of friends that go to a haunted house. It's supposed to be badass, no holds barred. The crazy people say, hey, you don't touch us, we won't touch you, fucking respect us, we're here to scare the shit out of you. So Michael plays Sprinkles the Clown. Holy shit, best part of the movie.
Definitely does have a lot of range, even just as Sprinkles, because there's scenes where Sprinkles is funny, Sprinkles is scary, and there's Sprinkles just being normal. So just in this film, you get a little bit of Michael, like every taste of the rainbow, I guess you could say. You get a little bit of all that Michael can do, from top to bottom. Again, I just wish that there was more Michael, because we do get a little bit of, Sprinkles' story. But, had this been more of like a story of Sprinkles versus the Haunt, I think it probably would have been that much more interesting. There's like 45 minutes of them just getting to the Haunt, and then they get to the Haunt, and then they spend another 20 minutes talking outside of the Haunt. Yeah, I would have much rather we get introduced to Sprinkles and then he's gone for a while, and then we just kind of go through the Haunt. And some of the scenes within the Haunt are cool, like some of the rooms are cool. Like there's one with a barber who I thought that was kind of interesting, but then a lot of times it just feels like they went back and reshot other stuff and then added VO to like take time. Dude, throw Michael in there. Like throw some more Sprinkles in these scenes, because those would have at least made the film more interesting. Like, there's like when he removes his mask, you kind of see a little bit of the Joker, like Heath Ledger's Joker, which I was a big fan of. And then there's like a little bit of him telling his story. He has kind of an interesting accent, which kind of comes and goes. The fucking character, and like we've mentioned it before, clowns are scary. And if you can play a fucking clown, to the point of a grown man being like scared, then you're doing a damn good job.
Whoa. The rest of it could have been cannon fodder. Very, very good. Put him on my radar. When I seen that movie, I was like, wow, this guy is scary. This guy's a really good actor. Looked up his stuff. Holy shit, incredible range. Excellent. Best part of the movie. I give the movie overall, for a low budget, kind of quick thrown together horror movie, like a 4.2. Check it out. Worth checking out. Check out Sprinkles the Clown too. You'll thank me, or you won't. We kind of got a clown thing going, I guess, on this episode, and then the last episode with the Circus of the Dead, so I don't know.
I ultimately gave it a 2 out of 10, and it's literally because of Michael, his portrayal, or portray him being Sprinkles. I don't know what the fuck. It's late. If he wasn't in the movie, I would not have cared for it at all. His scenes stole the show. And yeah, to be quite honest, I was pretty bored until he kind of took over. Like these actors, as much as they did a decent job and as much as they seemed fairly realistic, it just seemed like a lot of filler. Like a lot of the movie was spent talking about like what happened last year, or what this person did, or what that person did. And then there's a scene where they hide a camera, and then they pass the camera around only to have to hide the camera again. I feel like this movie could have probably used a couple more passes through the editing bay. If you really want to see a haunt movie, you know, see Haunt or see The House is October Built. You know, if you want to see a creepy clown, see the fucking Circus of the Dead. You know, this movie, its only redeeming factor is Michael. So those scenes are good, but outside of that, yeah, I can't vouch for it. And that's why I'm here, my honesty. So
a recent movie that Michael has out that is on Amazon right now, Mikael Mattsson, is called Chop Chop. I was very impressed by this movie. It's shot very well. The supporting cast is pretty good, fairly good. Mikael Mattsson, once again, he's in it. He steals the show. Like, if you want to see some of this guy's range and acting ability, watch the movie Chop Chop. Don't want to give nothing away because I want you to go check it out. We gave it a 6.8. That's pretty damn high for the movie Ghetto.
We didn't order any pizza.
There was a break-in, there was an accident. It could happen to anybody.
You're not anybody.
You ever seen him before?
You don't think I'd remember a face like that?
We need to go. Nah, we need to go right now.
So where to now?
Just gotta keep moving. That car's been following us.
I didn't dislike this movie, but I also thought that it had a lot more potential than what we got in the end. It also kind of set up for a weird sequel, but I mean, it seems a little unnecessary. The performances were great. I mean, there's so much good stuff going on here. Maybe I don't know what they could have done differently other than kind of, like I said, maybe having a little bit more direction as far as like the narrative goes. Like, that would be my only suggestion, really, because again, I thought Michael killed it. I thought that the actor that played the twins killed it. Like, the guys at the fucking drug house, they killed it. Like, it was just, I don't know, man. And everyone was like pretty interesting. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 10 just because I think it had a lot going for it, but then it just kind of, it like ended that initial story, and then the new story started, and then like I already said. But yeah, Cinedump gave it Jesse Cinedump, me, Movie Ghetto, 4 out of 10. And I do suggest watching it because it was fun. I was never really bored. I was a little confused at times, but I think that was just because, like, you know, maybe I don't know. It just, yeah, I don't know. I had a good time. It was fun. It was a good time. Check out Chop Chop. I was a Chop Shop. I don't know why. Chop.
So up next is a personal favorite of mine. I just kind of stumbled upon this movie one day. It was on the new release shelf. I took it home. This was a couple years back. Had Adam DeMamp in it and Malin Ackerman. I really love her. I think she's a great actress. Her and Jennifer Carpenter. It's called The Final Girls. This movie is hilarious. These kids get trapped into a movie that the girl's mom was in the 80s and stuff. So they basically get like trapped into Friday the 13th, but like a weird generic knockoff version. Super, super funny, super entertaining. Really neat idea. Executed very well. I loved a lot about this movie. The acting was good. It made me laugh. It even has some like touching moments in it too. It had some good gore. So I rated it a sexy 6.9. What do you think? Are you familiar with that one?
Max's mom plays Nancy, this shy girl next door.
Nice legs. What time they open?
It's cool you get to remember your mom this way.
At least I get to see her on the anniversary of her death, even if she is being chased by a psycho. Guys, somebody's coming.
Hey, do you guys know the way to Camp Bluefinch?
Tina. So we're in the movie.
Oh, hi. What's your name?
Best summer ever! Anyone want to help me pick some strawberries?
Nope, but I'll give you a hand with those melons. Talking about her boobs.
The writing is so bad.
What is that noise?
It's Billy. He's coming. Everyone who has sex in this movie dies. It's awesome.
No sex.
Wait. Selfie time.
Dude!
How do we get out of here?
Movies like this end when the final girl kills the bad guy and the credits roll.
That's Paula.
That's the final girl. We just have to stay with her till the end of the movie.
Oops. I want to know where they keep the hardware. I want chainsaws and big-ass knives, and I want them now. Guys?
What's happening? Why am I colorblind? Am I having a stroke?
We're in a flashback.
If you just randomly stumbled upon this movie, then you stumbled upon one of my favorite films of 2015. I love this film. It actually made me cry. I've watched this a couple times. I've made my family watch this. This is a good fucking film. The Final Girls, great team behind it, great actors, great actresses, interesting story, just different execution ultimately. I noticed that I say ultimately a lot, and ultimately this is one of my favorite films probably of all time. So familiar with it that I actually have played this is a random story, but I played beer pong with the cast of Workaholics, so I'm very familiar with Adam. And then also too, I interviewed Angela Trimber. I believe that's how you say her name. I interviewed her for SendItUp.com. It was actually one of my very first interviews for the website. She's very good friends with a friend of mine, and she kind of plays the hoardy, the girl that likes to have sex with everybody in the movie. Yeah, man. Again, I love this film. If you haven't seen this and you're a fan of like slasher type films, seek this one out. It's a fresh take on the slasher. There's a lot of neat, clever ideas. It has some great fucking storytelling and some really good writing. I have seen this been popping up in Dollar Trees whenever Dollar Tree gets their new releases or their new DVDs, I guess you could say. I haven't seen the Blu-ray pop up, but this one, it's a good one. So regardless if it's DVD or Blu-ray, I suggest you check it out because The Final Girls is really fucking good. And again, back even in 2015, this was one of my favorite films, and it holds up. Like, it's still really good. So that's that. I actually gave this 4.5 out of 5. So that would be a 9 out of fucking 10. So that's my highest rating as far as the movie Ghetto goes. And yeah, if anything that out of everything we've talked about, this is the one thing that I think you should probably just stop whatever you're doing, clear your queue and check out The Final Girls.
Movie Ghetto.